interesting dive into a chapter that has very few other stories to my knowledge. The overall story is short, but that is to its benefit rather than detriment, I think. In particular, I enjoy the sniper character, which we get to see just amazing cinematic type things with them, and of course the librarian, which anytime there's a librarian in any of these stories, it's always going to get a bump up for me just because seeing what a true, like, full powered librarian can do is just chef's kiss amazing. Usually, they have sort of like a speciality, like with the space sharks and the space wolves and all that, with very heavy theming towards their respected chapters, animals or locale or something like that. This was much more like fundamentals. Like he was just dealing with people's minds and doing a little bit of trickery and stuff like that. I think it's an example of like not going too overboard with it. Uh, Even though the characters are supposedly soulless, quote unquote, they weren't really. At least they didn't feel any more truly soulless than any other Space Marine. They would constantly say that, oh, I didn't really feel anything when I did that. I feel so empty. But it's very much a a tell and not showing sort of thing because honestly, they seem to have more feeling and character about things than the majority of Space Marines in other chapters. But that did just be because a lot of different books do write Space Marines as very cold individuals. The story is just a simple search and destroy type thing. There's a possessed guy, they gotta go after him, make sure their secrets of their chapter don't get out. Very straightforward, nothing too out there about it. I would say that this is a good dive into the chapter, but I do want something a bit more deeper from the next book about this chapter. Maybe something that dives into them and the other Ordos or something like that. Or maybe they have to deal with the Grey Knights, which we know from other books really don't like them. But it's definitely worth a read, if nothing else. I'm giving it like a 3 to 4 star, somewhere in there. Highly recommend if you have the time.